Welcome to the Elusive Frame. I'm your host Tim, and today we're gonna take your talking head sessions from here all the way to the stratosphere. What is a talking head? Well, it's pretty much self-explanatory, but a talking head is a session in which you film yourself talk, such as this one. So, if you have a channel in which you film yourself in, then you probably have a talking head session, and doesn't matter what your channel is about, you probably need to explain something, show something, tell something in which you need a talking head session. Now, there are plenty of guides and plenty of YouTube videos out there to explain how to do a proper talking head session, but this video is not about this. This video is about the last 5% that are missing from your video. These are the 5% that you look at your video and you look at videos of other YouTubers and you're feeling that something is missing. So, I'll share 3 tips which I'm trying to apply myself, which can take your talking head sessions to the next level. Let's talk about music, and it seems a bit weird that I'm talking about music when we're here to talk about talking heads, but let me explain. Music can set the atmosphere of your video, like this video for example, and now because I told you I have a background music, you're probably noticing it as well. Just like I'm telling you right now that you're blinking and you cannot stop being aware of that. You're welcome. But a background music is something that sets the atmosphere of your video. This video explains the subject, so you need it to be relaxed, you need it to be chill. It's just there, setting the atmosphere. Now, if I add some metal music, for example, it doesn't really fit to the video. And it all depends on what kind of video you're making. So, if you're lifting weights, for example, and you're in the moment, you need to inspire people, then this metal music can be awesome. If you're explaining a subject, for example, you need a relaxed music, a chill music. And this is what most YouTubers actually do. This is what the top YouTubers do. They have background music setting their atmosphere, and you can use the same music and just change the sound levels with the video. So if, for example, you're shooting yourself training, then when you're going to the B-roll of your training, you can set the volume up, but when you're talking, you can set it down, and it can be sort of a roller coaster of sound, but you're keeping the same atmosphere and the same vibe, the same beat, and this sets the atmosphere of your video. Where can you get your music? Well, there are plenty of free resources out there. I recommend a certain YouTube channel, I'll link it down below, and have plenty of copyright-free music which you can use, and have certain playlists for certain moods, certain genres, you could say. But I feel it's a bit limited. If I want a certain something, a certain mood or a certain beat, then it's much harder to look for it. I'll actually need to dig down inside the playlist and find it, which is why I recommend Epidemic Sound, and there's a link down in the description below, which, disclaimer, it's a referral link, and they're great because they can set my certain BPM, beats per minute, or a certain genre, or a certain hashtag of a certain music, so it's sort of a niche inside a niche inside a niche. So I can find just the right music just for my video, and it's really tailored. So you can check Epidemic Sound, they have 30 days for free, and you can cancel at any time. The next thing is how you talk to your camera, and I'm sure that by this stage you know to look directly at your lens. I'm not here to lecture you about that. I'm actually talking about looking at your camera as if it's your friend, which sounds kind of weird, but hear me out. When I first started, I looked directly at the camera and I didn't shift my eyes around at all. And it looked kind of weird to me, it looked incomplete to me. So what I did, I watched other YouTubers and I started noticing what they do on camera. And they moved around. And you don't have to move your hands when you talk, don't mimic anybody else, don't copy anybody else. But right here, when I'm talking to you, I'm shifting my head around because I'm talking to you just like I'm talking to a real person. And these are the 5% I was talking about. This is what sets your video from other YouTubers. Because if you look at other YouTubers, for example, they don't always keep eye contact with their cameras, just like they talk with a real person. And this is why they feel more appealing. This is why it's easier for us to relate to them, because they move around, they shift about the room, just like you're talking to a real person. So, I know it's hard, it's not simple, it's a practice, but try to talk to your camera as if it's your friend. Try to move around even unnaturally at some times, until you sort of get the groove and sort of get the mood. Because eventually, if you shift your head around when you talk, it looks more natural than just sitting there and looking dead straight at the camera at all times. It would be very uncomfortable. And the last important thing is your environment. I could film this without this plant or this Christmas tree, for example, and it would just have a blank white wall behind me. But when you're watching a video, you're not even aware of it. You're looking around the room. You're not always just looking at me. And it ties right in with the previous tip, by the way. So, add some props or something interesting. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. I just have a plant and a Christmas tree and it looks great because I'm helping you watch my videos. Because when you're tired of watching me, your eyes travel around the room and they don't meet any bland wall which causes you to just click off this video. They meet this plant or this interesting Christmas tree. And I have plenty of more tips in the video up here in which I create a home studio, which by the way I can't be in because of COVID. It's a third lockdown where I'm at. So watch this video, it has plenty of tips which I'm using right here, and your environment can help you a lot. Trust me. The tips I've mentioned here may seem simple, but they take time and practice. I suggest you implement at least one for each and every video, and with time you'll feel more comfortable, you'll feel more in place, and the videos will flow much better, your talking heads will be much better, and you'll complete these missing 5% that will take your videos from 95 all the way to 100. I've been Tim, and this is the Elusive Frame. If you like this video, put a like, it really helps the algorithm. And if you like this type of content, I'm doing more of a filmmaking and photography channel. So if you like this content, subscribe and click the notification bell if you want to be notified. I had a ton of fun making this video and I hope I helped you a lot. So go out there and improve your talking heads because I know that you can take it to the next level. Good luck.